It's Gil here. I'm at one of my clients' homes to shoot a podcast. It's a video podcast, solo podcast, and yeah, let's get started. So, first thing first, microphones here, microphone check. I'm using the Shure SM7B microphone. I always like to shoot with a two camera setup, like one off to the side, and I'm gonna set up this one here. Let me prop the camera up. I think this is a perfect location. Let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb. That way nobody calls. Maybe I should keep it on in case somebody calls. Alrighty. So I'm gonna add the camera to the tripod right here. Been kind of feeling sick lately, like been having like a vomiting feeling. It's not anxiety because I love setting up. I love setting up my podcast, but I don't know. Today I have like this weird morning sickness. I had coffee. That was pretty much it this morning, but I don't know why. I just feel kind of sick. I don't know why I'm telling y'all this. Oh, hey, El. Oh, damn. That's sick. Yeah, I've just been kind of I've been feeling weird. But yeah, I'm setting up my podcast. Well, I'm setting up for my client's podcast. We're in his, one of his homes here in Coral Springs. Not to disclose anything, but you know what that means. I'm off of Royal Palm Boulevard. And I'm right by that school that's on Royal Palm Boulevard where those bleachers. I'm like right across the street from that school, whatever school that is, on Sample and Royal Palm. All right, so we got our mic here. I like to set up the mic right here. I'm using two cameras, the Sony A7C and Sony A7 IV. I kind of always like to use the same lens, so I'm always shooting with a 20mm or 50mm lens. So I have the Sony A7 IV here, and I'm gonna prop it on top of my tripod. So this is my new baby. This thing is super gorgeous. The A7 IV is probably the camera that I didn't know that I wanted or needed. It came out, I think, in 2020 or 2021 maybe. And like I said, I wasn't really a Sony guy, a Sony person per se. But this camera's great, fan-diddly-tastic, if you will. I gotta get another SD card. But yeah, this is the Sony A7 IV with a 50mm f1.4 lens. I just love this camera. This camera's great. And the lens combo. So I always like to put my camera right in front of the host. Like right here. As far as lighting goes, I use the Godox VL150 lantern light. I actually gotta fix this lantern. It's kind of not even. It's like flat on this side. I don't know why. These things are so cool and weird at the same time. Like, you have to be gentle with them. I'm not too gentle with things. I just really like to use things to their maximum capacity. Godox is really nice. Yeah, Godox is really nice. Aperture is really nice too, but I like Godox. I'm familiar with their operating system, I guess you can say, or their menu system. And I just been using it for the longest, so I use them. I mean, I would like an aperture light, but for right now, Godox is great. I have like a bevy of Godox lights. I started out with one of my first Godox light was actually the Godox SL60W. It's a 60-watt light. I mean, they're really good. And then I got the Godox 600 DM. It's a battery operated strobe. Now look at that. Now it's perfect. Now it's a circle. Now it's a circle. Now it's good. Just gotta make sure that it's even. I don't like to have it look all weird. I actually washed this. I actually put this in the dryer, not the washer. And then I like to wash it because I like to make sure that it's clean and not dirty. Then of course, I guess I can show y'all how I set this thing up here. Bringing the light over. So the beautiful thing about Godox or any video light, or forget the traditional name, Cobb light, I believe it's called, like these little chips, LED little chips here, is that they have Bowens mounts. And Bowens are these three little things here. And I really love them because every light company, no matter what they are, Aputure, Yongnuo, Godox, GVM, they all have this Bowens mount. So it fits perfectly. So you put it in here and it just locks. It's a satisfying sound. Look, listen to that. Ready? Oh God, yeah. We're in, baby. Look at that, look at that. One more time. Oh. Oh, now it's loose. Hey, yo. Oh, it's locked in. It's great. I love this little setup here. It's great. Fan-diddly-tastic. All right, so let's put this Godox light here in the back. So this is a VL150. I think I have a video on it on my YouTube channel. So I'll let me close the door. All this good air is coming out. Yo, it is hot out here. I mean, it is ballistic. It is not fair how hot it is out here. It's crazy. All right, so another thing, I use a C-stand to actually hold the light up. To get it up really high, out of the way, out of the shot. I've actually had this C-stand for a couple of years now. What you say? It was nice this morning though. It was really nice last night. Last night was actually really cold. I really loved it. And then this morning it's making up for it, apparently. I'm like, Jesus. Like, calm down, South Florida. All right, so let me plug in my light here. Okay, we got our light. About to plug this bad boy up. Last night was freaking great. I was shooting a podcast, and believe it or not, it was a lot cooler outside than it was on the inside, even though the guy had AC on. Let me wipe all this sweat. I don't want to be sweating on the YouTube. You know, you got to be professional. Like one day I'm going to be one of these makeup artist people. I'm going to start doing makeup. So in the meantime, I'm going to show y'all how I botch my sweat. Like a lot of guys wipe their sweat, and what you're doing is you're messing up your skin, messing up your pores. So what you have to do is dab. Not dab, but actually dab your sweat. A lot of people don't know that. Dab, like people are like, oh my gosh, Gil, you have amazing skin. I'm like, yeah, because I dab on my skin. And I drink as much water as possible. Like as soon as I wake up in the morning, guys, I drink lots of water. Yeah, so I always dab my sweat. Like I might try to make sure, because it's very sweaty. All right, and yeah, now I have this little trash thing to throw away the thing and stay hydrated because I just was sweating. I'm just gonna drink some more water. Got my water here. All right, so we have our light set up. We got our camera set up. Let's attach the audio device to our camera here. So this is an XLR cable. I actually like to use my Rodecaster Pro to record audio. I know a lot of people, yeah, they do have a nice house. This is one of their properties, and they use this for Airbnb or just content creation like this. But recently I got the Sony, what's it called? The K3M XLR adapter. And it takes two XLR microphones. And you pop this on top of your camera, your Sony camera. And then I'll show you how it works. So normally for you to get audio, like high quality audio, you would, connect it a Rodecaster Pro and do all these other cool things and jump loops. Now all I gotta do is put this on top of my Sony cameras, like as so. Let me move this into the shot. You put this up top, and you just plug the microphone cable into here, and then you plug the other end to the microphone. And then you just plug that end here. And then there you go. Now you have the microphone sending audio to the camera. That's how that works. I think this was a worthy investment. It's gonna save me lots of time. Everybody's setup is different. Everybody has their own definition of efficiency. I think this is very efficient. This is something that I've always kind of was envisioning. One of the things that I want in the future is a cinema camera. Now, cinema cameras automatically, depending on what they are, which one they are, they already have something similar to this built into them. So for example, the Sony FX6, it's a cinema camera and it has XLR built in. So I don't have to really worry about that. So let's sort of put this back to the side here. This is our side shot angle here. And I'm going to be using this one, the A7 IV, as the main shot. So I'm gonna make sure that it is powered. I don't like to trust battery power. I want to make sure that I have unlimited power. So what I like to do, I think this battery is charged enough, but what I like to do is plug in a dummy battery. Plug in a dummy battery, and the dummy battery, this is not a battery. This is just a device that plugs into your battery compartment, and you can plug it into an outlet. And you just do this so, and there we go. And then you just plug the other end into a main power, like an outlet or something like that. And then you have unlimited power for your camera. You never have to worry about it. That's one option. I also have the option of having a 26,000 milliamp battery bank. This thing is a doozy, and I can power three cameras with this one battery pack. It's pretty dope. I can even power my Rodecaster Pro with this, so that's really cool too. All right, so I'm gonna unplug the light so I can plug in my surge protector. I don't like to plug directly into the wall. I always like to use a really good surge protector, and this one is pretty decent. All right, we're gonna turn off our light. Be safe. What did Elle say? How long can you record batteries with the battery plugged in? How long can you record on your cameras with that battery plugged in? Forever. Forever and ever. Forever and ever. There was one time that, the thing about batteries and using batteries like our traditional battery, you introduce heat because you're sucking juice out of it. And sometimes the battery overheats, thus making the camera overheat. And Sony's are kind of like known for overheating, and that's kind of bad. So it doesn't overheat because it's just sending power. But sometimes it does overheat and the camera will shut off. But I've recorded seminars, like 4-hour seminars with no issue. So it's unlimited power, unlimited. So yeah, as long as you have power, you can do that. Any camera has a dummy battery. Like any camera manufacturer out there has a dummy battery. Like it exists. So I have a bunch of them. The battery pack though, 26,000 milliamps, it can last forever, like hours. No, I meant the other battery, not the dummy battery. Okay, the 26,000 milliamps lasts forever. So I have it, I don't know if you can see the light, it's at 100% now. It'll last forever. It'll last forever, like forever. Another battery that I use is a V-mount battery. Now this is 190 watt hours. And this is equivalent to 13,400 milliamps. And this lasts just as long as the other one. This is powerful. This powers the light. The light over here, I clip it onto it because it has a V-mount clip. I can clip it onto the light and the light will turn on. I'll show you in a second. So the light is not plugged in right now. So I can literally just do this and clip it onto it, and the light comes on. It's not even plugged in. So let's shut it off. Yeah. So this powers my light, and it also powers my camera, and it's super powerful. Like that's one thing about doing content creation is battery anxiety, right? Yes, figure out what you want to say, what you want to do, what you want to podcast about. But when you have ideas that you want to do and then you can't do it because your battery's about to die, that's so much stress and anxiety. Like you having an amazing thought and then you look at your camera screen and it's like 5% and you're like trying to rush to get the ideas out. Having unlimited battery power saves you lots of time and gives you more creative freedom. People don't think about it like that, but that's how I think about it. I could talk about this crap all day. But let's plug our surge protector to protect our surge. I am starving for some reason now. I felt kind of sick, but I feel a little better now after drinking my water. All right, we have power now. Let's plug in our dummy battery to our A7 IV. I think my client should be here shortly, So I might have to hop right afterwards. But I'm gonna plug in my dummy battery to my Sony a7 IV. I have like a battery wall at my house where I plug all my stuff in. And Elle, hit me up with more questions if you're still curious about the podcast setup. There's like so many things that you can like do, customize. Everybody has like a different workflow. Whatever makes sense for you, like do it. There's no wrong or right way. I just feel like you just have to do. Like do. Like actually do something. There's nothing worse than like having the potential to do something and then you don't because of, fear or laziness. Like I was talking to my friend Jared White, and he was saying how he doesn't understand how people don't do things. Like you have an idea and you don't do it because of fear. And I completely understand. Like, because in my whole entire life, I've always wanted to do things, and it's like I do them. Like that's just always been my personality. Because I know that in the doing, I can learn and grow and also motivate other people. So when he said that, I'm like, dude, I completely understand. Because there's like so many people out there that are so fearful to like do anything. And I'm like, I don't get it. I really don't. All right, let's fix our ISO here. I always shoot at like a base ISO of 100. That way it's not too bright. But this light is 150 watts, and it's pretty bright. pretty bright. I'm gonna make sure we have enough SD card storage here. Let me see. Actually, plug up this dummy battery. I'm gonna plug up this other camera's dummy battery while I'm here. If I can find it. That's not good. What is that? Let's see. I always say there's always something you want to do, but you're too scared to do it. Do it scared. Yep. You said that before, and I really liked your podcast episode, the one where you referenced your cousin who always was doing stuff. I always think about that too, and I've said this before on like my own podcast, where I always think about the multiverse or old Gil, child Gil, that always wanted to do stuff, but was not able to do it because of access, money, finances, fear. But he always wanted to create. And it's like, I have the ability to do all of that and more, and I choose not to because of what other people may think, or I don't have the right equipment. No, do it. Like my old podcast that I had a podcast in 2014 called The Listener, where I would literally listen to people who rant and talk, and it's like, I did it. And me doing that taught me to actually learn how to produce a podcast. Then after that, I started another podcast with some friends. It was called the OK podcast. Yeah, my client just got here. What up, Fed? What up? So we got YouTube Live here. Just setting up for the podcast. But yeah, Elle, just whatever you're trying to do, like you said, do it scared. Because you not doing it is not going to help you in the long run. So I always like to do it. And I don't understand when people don't do, because that's not me. But hey, you got to surround yourself with doers, because the more you see people doing, you're going to actually do more. If you see them doing it. So yeah, guys, so we're gonna be, I think I just got it wrapped up here. I got one more camera to put on. I got to put on the A7C with the dummy battery, and then we have the microphones connected with our K3M adapter. We got our lights. It's gonna be a super simple setup. I got the headphones connected to the A7 IV. And so just a one microphone setup, XLR straight to the camera with the K3M adapter. We have our light. It's pretty much it. All right, thanks for tuning in. L, hit me up. I know today's Tuesday, so be sure to check out the Melanated Council at 9 p.m. on YouTube, their YouTube channel. Great gang of people. Every Tuesday, they're shooting live at 9 p.m. You'll catch L there. You catch me in the comments and in the chats. I'm always there. 9 o'clock. I'll see y'all there. All right, L. Catch you in a little bit.